Hello there, it's me, Papa P. Just want to talk about Genshin's recent event because it just ended. There's a lot of talk going around it. If you've played the game since day one, you might notice that Genshin has a sort of formula to the type of events they release. One of Genshin's latest events, a study in potions, falls under the type of event I call the combat event. In these types of events, you get to battle different types of opponents given a set amount of rules. They're teleporters that lead you to a different dimension and you start fighting things. Like other events, a combat event usually has no fluff, not much exploration, you just fight things. Now, the event, just like previous combat events, seems straightforward. You open the events page, teleport around the map, set up your strongest characters, load up the best buffs, and in this case potions. You proceed to breezing through the content, exit the event, get the Primo gems, and you're done, right? Well, not quite the case in this event. You'll notice that you can't use your best characters for the next stage. You can't use any of your potions too. This is where we're met with problem number 1. These characters get locked for one level, and the buffs are considered exhausted for the run. For players who upgraded their other characters, aka those who have 2 proper teams for Abyss, this doesn't seem to be a problem. However, people in the lower AR tend to have only one character upgraded. In fact, some of them don't even have a proper set with proper substats. This by itself wouldn't be a problem if the opponents scale to your AR level, but this leads to problem number 2. The level of the opponent starts at level 65 and then it ramps up. Like older events like Energy Amplifier, you can set the lower level and tweak things based on what you can handle. This means that this event's floor or lowest difficulty is harder than other events. The third problem is a minimum requirement to get Primo Gems. In Phantom Flow, you only need to finish the easiest difficulty to get Primo Gems. Legend of the Vagabond Sword gives you the Primo Gem simply by clearing the fight, and you can always switch to the easiest difficulty. However, a study in potions, on the other hand, requires you to get silver on all levels to get all the Primo Gems. The game has a bronze difficulty, where it simply lets you finish the fight within the time limit. If we follow previous events, then getting bronze should be the minimum for the Primo Gems. However, in this case you need silver. Which leads us to the third problem, which is increased minimum difficulty for Primo Gems, or simply put, time constraints. First, let's talk about problems 1 and 2. You need characters built and opponents are strong, but they are decently built trial characters. Now the background I have is me doing the event using a mix of trial characters and my characters with fewer artifacts. I tried using Razor with just a level 85 weapon, but with a +0 Thundering Fury set with +12 EM Sands. For the other team, I also utilized the trial Kokomi, Elisa with a level 1 prototype Amber, and Sarah with a level 80 Favonius bow, and 2 +4 emblem pieces. I noticed that on my third stage I failed my Razor run, but I switched it up. I used Sayu as my on-field character, and utilized Freeze with the help of Barbara, Gaia, and Chi-Chi. Fully utilizing the trial characters may need more game knowledge, and players with lower AR might need more practice with these characters. But one bonus is that these characters don't scale down if you're at a lower AR, nor do they scale down if you choose the easiest difficulty. So you can see that there are options if you don't have properly built characters, and players with good game knowledge can fully utilize these characters. So given all these, I can say that yes, the event has its own flaws, but there's some attempt to give players a fighting chance. So what's MiHoYo's main issue? The main issue is that they never prepared us for content like this. Aside from the Abyss, there's no similar content, meaning players don't have any platform where they can get to learn the importance of proper team synergy, elemental reactions, energy particle management, that isn't from a YouTube video. Events like these should exist, or maybe like a permanent event should exist, where it teaches players that There's more game knowledge to be learned, and more content to look forward to. MiHoYo still lacks a proper endgame, and also maybe just add an endless stage. But they severely lack content that incentivizes proper game knowledge. At the moment, good game knowledge is only an added bonus, and people can clear content using straightforward teams without relying on other game knowledge. I'd like to talk more about this, but it would stretch the video, and these other things need a separate video. In conclusion, the event makes me optimistic that MiHoYo isn't scared to create new challenges to players. But it also seems like they haven't found the proper balance for all player levels. And yes, they're still too stingy with the rewards. Hopefully we get to see more content, maybe something permanent, that gets or rewards game knowledge, close to how they reward whaling. That's a hard balance, but I want to see the game improve. I'm Papa P, and that's all the time I have. See you on my next video.